Okay, so today I'm going to give you a brief overview of how to set up a Google Classroom. So the first thing you want to do is enter googleclassroom.google.com. If you forget that, then just go to Google and type in Google Classroom and you will get that link. It's going to bring you to this screen once you've signed into your account. So this icon here tells me where I am signed in. So this is my email address and I'm signed in. If you don't have a Google account, you can sign up for one and then get to the screen. Most likely you already have Google or a Gmail through your employer, okay? So once you're here, it says you don't have anything, so it gives you a hint right here, create or join your first class. So all you're gonna do, and this is the same screen you'd get as a student or a teacher. So if you're creating a class, you're an instructor or a teacher. If you're joining a class, you're a student. So we are going to create a class. So you just have to click that you can read this if you want. And you're going to put in your class name. So that is a required field. So I am going to do Family and Consumer Sciences. You could write the full thing out if you wanted to as well. Your section, so for me it would be period 1. Subject, facts. So I am a facts teacher, but say I was teaching, I have a 6th grade section of Family and Consumer Sciences, but I also teach high school. So I could change this then to one of my classes, which is Food and Culture. And then your room number, again, that's optional. I'm in room 04. And you hit create, and it'll take a little time. So now you have your first Google Classroom. This is the main stream. You can upload a photo here. You can also select a theme. So for me, I am usually other. So, oh, here's a cute one, little knitting, and it will change that. Here you have, so your class name, here is the section, period 1. This is the class code. So this is what you would send to students. If you click this little box, this will allow you to copy and paste that. This is the code to enter the Google Classroom. So remember in the beginning when it said to join or add, if you wanted to join a class, this is the code it's going to prompt you for. So here is going to be where you would just communicate. It's kind of like a wall. You can write anything here, and the post will go up right away and your students will get an alert. You can save these as a draft. You can, once you have many sections of classes here, this drop down will activate. You'll see all your classes listed here, and then students listed here, any students that are enrolled. So say you just want a message to go to one student, you could select that class, and then from this drop down, once you have students, you'd see all your students listed here. You could select one student and just send it to that one student. You can put attachments here straight from your Google Drive. You can put a link here, a file here, or a YouTube video here. So this is the main wall. That's your stream. Classwork are going to be classwork assignments that you create. So you would create an assignment here, or a quiz, or a question, or put some material, and it will post here to classwork. What's great about this, say we create an assignment, you can put the title of the assignment, the instructions here, add any materials you need to, so whether that's a handout or a blank Google slide that they're going to create, or a YouTube video with instructions, you put that here. On the right, you have how many points it's worth, and you can change that, or it can be ungraded. So right now my district is a 0 through 5 grading system because of the quarantine, so I can change that. You can put a due date here as well as a time that it is due. So you can select a time if you wish, and then a topic which you can create. So some of the most common topics would be classwork assignments, homeworks, extra credit, things like that. I also have a live class section, so I'll show you my live class. Okay, so here I am in Google. I'm going to go to the waffle and go to classroom. And this is going to show me all of my classrooms that are set up. So if I go into this class, and I've made a custom banner. If you're interested in how to do that, a GIF, I can help you do that. So here's my stream, and here are my classwork assignments. Oh, I have a live class meeting section. I have my class assignments for 4th quarter. Below that was 3rd quarter, and then I have some recipes for extra credit, and then any other extra credit assignments here. I had a recipes section only, but my students were getting confused, so I called it extra credit. So I probably could delete this, but I might do some extra credit that's not recipes in the future, so I'll leave it for now. So this is basically it. So if I were to click onto an assignment, here is an assignment coming up. So here are my directions. You can view the assignment. I can see how many students were assigned this assignment, how many have been turned in, when it is due. So if you click view assignment, this is going to show me all my students. So far, one student has already handed it in, but I haven't graded it yet because it's not due. And again, here are the instructions. So this was that section that we were doing before. So if I click edit, it'll look the same. So remember when we were setting up our assignment, title, instructions, here are my attachments, and then how many points it's worth. I assigned this to all my students, and it's part of my 4th quarter assignments. The most important thing to remember is when you're attaching any documents to the assignment, if you want to make a copy for your students to actually work within the assignment, you have to make sure that you change it to each student will get a copy. See how it says that here? So this is a template. So I've given them this template, and I want them to create this slideshow using this template. If I just clicked, if it said students can edit file, they'd be all editing the same one. So you have to make sure that each student gets their own copy. Super important. When you choose this function, it'll take a longer time for your class to populate if you have a lot of students getting the assignment. So if you have 100 students or 30 students and you're making each student get a copy of something that you created, whether it be a Word, a Google Doc, a Google Slide, or a Google spreadsheet, if it's making 30 copies, it's going to take a little while. So don't worry, it's nothing's going on. And that's basically how to do it. Soup to nuts, pretty easy, right? Okay, that's it. So if you have questions, let me know.